Hi everyone, konnichiwa, good afternoon, günaydın, it's Turkish, good morning. I am Emin Özdamar, working in Japan International Cooperation Agency JICA, Turkey office, and the board member of Turkish-Japanese Foundation. Welcome to our joint seminar between Hyogo Awaji Suna High School and Çankırı TOBB Science High School. This seminar is the 15th one since May 2020. First, I would like to introduce Oktay Sensei from Çankırı TOBB Science High School. His students did preparations for you. Oktay Sensei, please, microphone is yours.
I am Oktay Barut. I am physics teacher, and I am very happy share to our culture and have a nice day.
The next, I would like to invite Mr. Nakayama Shigehiro, the principal of Suna High School, for the opening remarks.
今日はこのような機会、本当にありがとうございます。なかなかね、国際交流の機会を持てないんですけれども、この機会非常に大事にしたいと思います。五角形をした特徴的な校舎です。非常におしゃれ、モダンでおしゃれな今時の学校です。生徒もね、非常におとなしくて、可愛らしい今から高校生が皆さんを相手をしますので、どうかよろしくお願いします。じゃあ今日はどうかよろしくお願いします。
Müdür Bey tarafından okullarının bulunduğu yer gösterildi. Harita olarak Osaka, Hyogo arasında ve nasıl bir yerde olduklarından bahsetti ve öğrencilerin de bu seminer için oldukça heyecanlı ve hazır olduklarını ifade etti. Now, I would like to invite Mr. Doğan Yıldız, the principal of Çankırı TOBB High School, for the opening remarks. Doğan Hocam, mikrofon sizde. Buyurun lütfen.
Good morning, Turkey. Have a nice day, Japan. My name is Doğan Yıldız, principal of Çankırı TOBB Science High School. Dear colleges and students, I will feel very lucky to attend this meeting because we share the same destiny as a friendly nations. Because of natural disaster in both countries, most important things to achieve correct information before and after disasters. It's sadly together information from disaster is very unpleasant. We believe importance of exchanging this info's unpleasant experience. In addition to this, both countries' student cultures presentation is an opportunity to recognize our cultures in a good way. A wonder-friendly event happened between two countries also make this meeting special.
Thank you so much, Mr. Doğan Yıldız, the principal of TOBB Science School. As for the final remarks in this session, I would like to invite Mr. Ikuro Nobihiro, Chief Representative of JICA Turkey Office.
Merhaba, konnichiwa. I'm pleased to meet you all today. Since last year, we have been living with the new corona pandemic, both in Turkey and in Japan. I imagine that everybody here spent a lot of time at home and sometimes felt bored. So I hope that you have a good time at today's online event. I think there's a close relationship between corona countermeasures and disaster prevention efforts. For example, in the event of major earthquake in Corona, the method of setting up evacuation shelters will naturally differ. In fact, a major earthquake struck Turkey's third largest city, Izmir, in October last year, and the number of the aftershocks of the quake exceeded 1,000. In the Tohoku region of Japan, there was a major earthquake in Fukushima and Miyagi prefectures in February this year, and it is thought to be an aftershock of the Great East Japan earthquake that occurred 10 years ago. Therefore, it is necessary to live a school life with awareness of disaster prevention on a daily basis. Through today's event, I hope it will be an opportunity to introduce each other's disaster prevention efforts and learn from each other. Teşekkürler ederim. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ikuro. After these opening remarks and the opening session, from now on, the stage is for the core students from both countries. First, I would like to invite Turkish students for their presentations about the Turkish culture.
My name is Zehra and I'm currently at 11th grade. Today I'm going to talk about the story of Çankırı and historical places in Çankırı. Çankırı is a beautiful city where you can enjoy the nature, keep away from stressing city life and live calmly. In here, people are genial, kind and generous. Even though some people think Çankırı is a district of the Ankara, in fact, Çankırı is an independent city. So where is Çankırı? Çankırı is located on the northern edge of Turkey's central Anatolia region. Çankırı is surrounded by Ankara, Kırıkkale, Bolu, Kastamonu, Karabük, and Çorum. Ankara is the capital city of Turkey. The city played an important role during the independence war of Turkey, especially by providing logistic support between the capital city and the Black Sea region. Emir Karatekin Bey conquered the Çankırı in 1074 and he spent the rest of his life working here. His tomb is visitable in Çankırı Castle. The mosque was built by Sadık Kafa by order of the great Ottoman Padishah, Kanuni Sultan Süleyman. According to an old inscription, the mosque was built between 1522 and 1558. Here is an aerial viewpoint of the mosque of the Sultan Süleyman. Old Çankırı houses has a lot of common features with Turkish houses. This houses has a special design which originated from landform, climate, and predisposition to earthquake. And thank you for listening.
My name is Azra and I'm in 10th grade. I will try to introduce you some of the natural beauties of Çankırı. Kırkpınar Plateau. Kırkpınar Plateau is in Ilgaz County and it's 1650 meters high above sea. The plateau contains summer houses belonging to the surrounding villages and a beautiful artificial pond. The plateau is surrounded by yellow and other fir and large trees and meadows. It is excellent for touristic activities such as horseback riding, trekking, sightseeing, camping, caravanning, photography, and mountaineering. Kadınçayırı, Ladies Meadow. Another amazing promenade area in Ilgaz County is Kadınçayırı. Its English meaning is Ladies Meadow. The meadow is covered with various herbaceous plants and it's located in a small valley surrounded by thick forests of different species of pine trees. Salt Cave. One of the largest and oldest salt caves in the world is in Çankırı. The cave is located in the area which contains the largest source of rock salt in Turkey. It's estimated that the salt reserves have been mined for about 5,000 years, since the time of the Hittites. The cave has several galleries resembling large highway tunnels, decorated with pure white salt stalactites and stalagmites. Sculptures made of salt are exhibited in galleries inside the cave, and art events are held from time to time. One of the most interesting things about the cave is the donkey corpse, which has remained intact for 300 years. This donkey body, which slows down with the effect of salt, attracts the attention of tourists. Çavundur Thermal Spring, Kurşunlu County. Çankırı has geothermal water resources. It's common that geothermal waters frequently seen in earthquake zones. Ilgaz Mountain. Finally, I would like to talk about Ilgaz Mountain ski area. Ilgaz Mountain Ski Area is one of the most important areas of winter tourism in the central Anatolian region. It is located at an altitude of 1050 to 2000 meters on Ilgaz Mountain. It's within the boundaries of Ilgaz Mountain National Park. It's surrounded by forests. There are various tourism opportunities such as picnic, safari, hiking. I tried to introduce you some of the natural beauties of my city. For more, we would love to see you here. Thank you for your attention.
I am Gülce. I'm 15 years old, and I talk about Çankırı's culture. Çankırı is also called as the city of Yaren. So the first thing that comes to mind when you say Çankırı is Yaren culture. Yaren are meetings and entertainments with the participation of men. The purpose of the Yaren is to raise people, to keep our culture alive, and to pass it on to future generations. This committee is established by the gathering of 24 people. This is traditional custom of the Yaren. Cuisine culture. Çankırı has many unique dishes like garlic meat, Yaren güveci, egg dessert, höşmerim, and yazma köreği. Festival and special days. Many festivals are organized in different villages and districts of Çankırı. Fruit and vegetable festivals, traditional food festivals, national art, culture, and wrestling festivals organized in Çankırı. National festivals. Our national holidays in Turkey begin with the commemoration of Atatürk and Oruç days. Turkish flags hang on the building tops and balconies. Students decorate schools and classrooms. Folk dance are played, poems are read, and songs are sung. Art and literature in Çankırı. Çankırı has many folk dances and songs. At the same time, village theater is quite common in the villages of Çankırı. Village theater has entered into public theater over time. Village theater is theater played by villagers at weddings, holidays, or on certain days of the year. Turkish women wear traditional motif on carpets. These rugs can also be used in a decorative task by hanging on the walls.
Thank you so much for the nice presentations. Güzel sunumlar için çok teşekkür ederiz.
First of all, let us talk about our school. Our school, Tuna High School, is in Awas Island, Hyok Prefecture. Our school buildings are placed to look like a big pentagon in school. We have a carillon on the top of the building and impressive courtyard. The carillon makes beautiful melodies 3 times a day. We sometimes have a concert in the courtyard. It was the 100th anniversary year of our school last year. We have 4 classes for each year, and we have 464 students. This character is called Tsunarin, created by a student. We'd like to introduce you our school a little bit more. These pictures show how we have lessons every day here. We have nice computers and equipment to support our studying here. We have 11 sports clubs and 30 culture clubs. We do our best in club activities as well as studying. Now we'd like to talk about Japanese culture. This is Japanese New Year. The first one is osechi. Its food has some means to wish us luck. The second one is ozoni. This is said to be the food to gain powerful god. The taste of the soup differs from, and we have shiromutsu soup with round mochi in it. The third is odoshidama. This is a custom to give kind special allowance. The fourth is 100 yen each. This is a kind of card game with 100 workers, little by 100 people. The 15 is Hatsumode. This means the very first going to shrine of the year, and you throw a coin to the box just. Next, we'd like to talk about the shrine as the temple in Japan. The first one is Izanagi-jingu in Awaji Island. It is said that Awaji Island was created by the two gods, Izanami and Izanagi, who sit in the shrine. The second is the Itsukushima Shrine. People say that the island itself where the shrine place used to be celebrated. The third is Kinkakuji Temple. Many tourists visit Kyoto to see the Kinkakuji Temple covered with snow. Next, we'd like to introduce sports in Japan. The first is a natural sport of Japan. Two small wrestlers play in the circle called dohyo. His is from Awaji named Terutsuyoshi. The second is kendo. This is a Japanese fencing. Next, we'd like to talk about Japanese festival. The first one is Hanami from building. In spring, we enjoy the beautiful cherry blossoms, having parties with families and friends. Next, we'd like to introduce the Japanese traditional dancing. The first is Awadori. This has 400 years of traditional and Tokushima is well known for it. The second is Soranbus. It started as a song for hearing fishing in Hokkaido. The song became popular because of some TV dramas and movies, and now many Japanese students dance with the song on the sports day. Next, we'd like to talk about specialties in Awaji. These are sweet. This is an Awaji soul food pinsuyaki. On festival days or Hatsumode, you can see how much people love this food by the longest line for the pinsuyaki stand. The next is taco senbei. This senbei is popular among the tourists because of its strong taco octopus flavor. Awaji is very famous for onion. Awaji's onion is well known all over Japan. They are not too spicy and almost sweet like some fruits. Onion soup sells the best. Now we'd like to introduce what is popular among the young in Japan. These sweets are very popular. The first is melting cake. This cute cake is popular in Instagram. Among the young and sweet love to pay close attention to it. The second is tunkaron, Korean sweet. This is popular because this is bigger and cuter than standard macaron. It is high time to talk about Japanese anime. All generation love Kimetsu no Yaiba, Demon Slayer. The story is about all kinds of love after all, so we recommend you to watch the most. One Piece has been popular for more than 20 years. The story is very well made, and it is impossible to know what will happen next. At last, we'd like to introduce TV games, which are popular in Japan. The first one is Atsumare Doubutsu no Mori, Animal Crossing New Horizon. This is made by a world-known Nintendo. This is popular all over the world, and you can enjoy making life in the island as you like. The second is Minecraft. This allows you to do so many things, and you can enjoy making things and your adventures. This game is worldwide hit, and in Japan, younger kids love to play.
Please tell us about the famous traditional culture events in Turkey.
I would like to show you a few photos about this. We have National and Cultural Fest. April 23 is one of them. We also have Youth and Sports Day, Republic Day, and so in this day we don't go school, and we celebrate in the streets or wherever we are. This is Youth and Sports Day. Actually, April 23 is a gift from Atatürk to all children in the world. This is celebrations. And we also have cultural festivals. Cherry Festival is one of them. In these festivals, people join some entertainments and competitions. We also have strawberry, melon, and tomato festivals in order to bless our agriculture and effort that we spend.
In Japan, there are traditional customs such as yukata and kimono. Could you tell us about traditional Turkish customs? And also, schools in Japan have uniforms like the ones we are wearing now. Do schools in Turkey also have uniforms?
First of all, I want to say that I really like your traditional clothes. Although it's not often as Japan, we also wear our traditional clothes, especially on our special days. For example, our brides wear traditional red wedding dress at henna nights. Henna night is an important part of our wedding ceremonies, as you can see in the pictures. In addition, here, young people and children play folk dances in national ceremonies and celebrations. In these games, they wear clothes belonging to their own region. These are the local clothes from folk dances of different regions. In our country, traditional clothing differs from region to region. As for the question with school uniforms, Turkey also has school uniforms. For example, this is our school uniform.
These days, we can buy Turkish ice cream in Japan, but it takes a very long time from ordering to receiving. Is it the same time in Turkey? I mean, do you need to wait a long time in front of the Turkish ice cream shop?
We do have a lot of ice cream shops here, so we don't have to wait that long. And I have some here to showcase. We use sahlep in these, so they taste way better. Sahlep is made from orchid roots, and we also make different drinks from sahlep. Thank you.
My name is Uğur. I am 16 years old. And my question is it true that Japan has one of the longest working hours in the world? If it is true, how do you get used to this?
We try to have good sleeping. We sometimes use energy drink. My question is, there is no cleaning staff in Japan schools. What is the main reason behind that?
Students can clean themselves after school. It is nothing special for us.
Hi, I am Nehir.
And my question is, I heard that there are some streets in Japan that you enter only with cosplays or Harajuku style. Is it true? And if it's true, have you ever entered one of them?
To walk with natural clothes. My friends told me so.
Now we are moving the second session. This time the course student will exchange information about disaster risk reduction and disaster education. Firstly, exchange will be done by Japanese students.
Now we do like to explain what we do to minimize the damage of natural disaster. One of them is the earthquake. Japan is known to have quiet big earthquakes time to time. Our city, where we had a serious damage by Great Hanshin Awaji earthquake in 1995. It was an earthquake with an epicenter. It caused a serious damage because of the building crashing down and fire. 80% of the victims were crushed to death or suffocated by the smoke. Here is the picture of its epicenter. This kind of earthquake occurs when a fault slips because there are gaps between continental plates. Next, we'd like to talk about another huge earthquake that hit Japan in 2011. The scale of Great East Japan earthquake was so big that it caused a tsunami, which killed a lot of people. And some of them are not found yet. Here is the picture of its epicenter. This kind of earthquake occurs when continental plates sunk in between move to get back to where they used to be. Sometimes tsunami could come after huge earthquake. Second natural disaster we'd like to talk about is typhoon. Every time typhoon hits the mainland of Japan, it brings a rainstorm. This is a sunrise photo of typhoon. This picture shows the damage we have in Awaji. You can see that the river is flooding because of the heavy rain. As the last earthquake happened more than 70 years ago, we can have another one sooner or later. There are more earthquakes that will happen along the seashore. Among them, the Nankai Trough are thought to be the biggest of all. In that case, Awaji will have serious effects caused by that. The most important thing to reduce the risk of natural disaster is to be prepared. It is important to discuss with your family where to escape, how to get there, how to get in touch, or where to meet up occasionally. It also is necessary to take the drill for emergency seriously. The basic of shut-out drills are drips, covered, and hold on. It is important to fix the sensor at home or to reset the buildings for safety. This helps to keep your safety even when sleeping. We might need to evacuate. We can get informed by the radio or website of the meteorological agency. Sometimes we should make a quick judgment on our own. For example, we should get to the highest place as soon as you can run. We cannot be too careful because the wave can get higher than we expect. When we can assume that the river should overflow, we must escape soon. Before rain gets too hard, we needed to evacuate or get to higher, safer place. Now, let us show you what we do as junior leaders to prevent the damage of natural disaster. First, we take lecture about the prevention of damage of disaster. We also take the lead in the drills too. We are planning to collect money from students to support people in need. That's all. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you so much. Really very nice information. Very important points you emphasize. They are really definitely be helpful for all our students and also all the participants. And the next exchange will be from Turkish students.
Hi everyone, I am Söda. I'm 17 years old. Natural hazards like floods, fires, or landslides occur in Turkey more than earthquakes, but earthquakes have more consequences. So today I'm going to talk about earthquakes. As some common points in the social life and customs of Turkey and Japan, these countries also have some common points in the possibility of experiencing natural hazards. Why Turkey and Japan suffer from earthquakes? The reason of experiencing earthquakes in the both countries is fault lines in Earth. That's why people in Turkey and Japan have to live with the risk of experiencing an earthquake and having preparations such as Europe, India, and the east coast of America continent. Main fault lines in Turkey. Turkey has a dangerous geographical location for earthquakes. It has 3 important fault lines. These fault lines this is North Anatolian fault line, the red line in the top of the image. This is East Anatolian fault line, the red line in the right of the image. And the last one is West Anatolian fault line, the left side of the image. As a result of experiencing earthquakes in both countries is that they have lost the people and animals they love, their homes and jobs because of those earthquakes. Those are not just numbers, these are people even maybe we had met in somewhere or the people we love. These are lives. I think we can understand each other's because both countries have such scary experiences of earthquakes in their history. As you can see, one earthquake and Tohoku earthquake occurred in the same year, 2011. We learn in the school how to protect ourselves from an earthquake. We should make preparations for possible earthquakes, fix the furniture, make an evacuation plan and earthquake drills, learn the safe spots of our neighborhood, prepare and disaster bag for after the earthquake. We should learn to wrap, cover and hold on.
So hi everyone, I am Damla. I'm 17 years old. So I attended North University in 2019. That's why I'm really interested in disaster prevention. in both countries, Japan and Turkey. I will be talking about the earthquake history of our country. Let's start. So our country is one of the most systemically active regions in the world. It's between the Eurasian plate and both the African and Arabian plates. It sits between two huge tectonic plates, Eurasia and Africa Arabia, which are inexorably grinding into one another north to south. So the North Anatolian plate, on which most of the Turkish landmass lies, is being squeezed westwards towards the Aegean Sea, as you can see. In this map, it is even clearer how active the North Anatolian fault is. You can see the dates of some of the important earthquakes happened in our history on this fault line. So I will be talking about three of the most important earthquakes happened in our country, and I will also add another one happened in our city in the past. The first one is Gölcük Marmara Earthquake. Gölcük earthquake measuring 7.6 on the Richter scale struck the industrialized town Izmit at 3:03 a.m. local time on August 1999, centered in Gölcük. It was one of the strongest earthquakes in the Marmara region and surrounding area, which is why it is also called as Marmara Earthquake. As you can see from the picture, it was really destructive. So the earthquake affected all Marmara region, which is the dense region about industry and settlements, and eastern cities of North Anatolian fault lines, such as Düzce and Bolu. According to the official reports, Marmara earthquake caused over 18,000 people lose their lives and went down in history as one of the biggest disasters. Within 2 hours of the initial earthquake, there were 10 powerful aftershocks causing more damage and loss of life. The quake ripped through cities and villages while most people were asleep. Thousands were shaken out of their slumber to find walls collapsing, windows shattering, and roofs tumbling down on them. Government officials said that more than 13,000 people were injured by the earthquake. The Turkish government declared a state of emergency and requested international assistance. The International Federation immediately launched an appeal, and many foreign rescue teams, including JICA's JDR, were deployed to help local rescue teams on the ground. The rescue and relief effort was spearheaded by the Turkish Red Crescent and the Turkish Army, with many international aid agencies joining in. This one is the one that I will talk about and happened in our city in the past. On 6th of June 2000, an earthquake with magnitude of 5.9 occurred in Çankırı and was felt in several cities around this area. So it caused over 200 injuries and damaged several buildings due to poor construction. The third one is one earthquake. One earthquake, also called as Erdiş earthquake, struck the eastern town of Turkey on 23rd of October 2011. The major earthquake with magnitude of 7.1 caused several aftershocks. After the earthquake, over 6,000 buildings were found uninhabitable, which left more than 60,000 people homeless. A separate earthquake within the same earthquake system happened on 9th of November 2011. Since most of the buildings were empty because of the earthquake a month earlier, the damage was pretty much lesser than the previous one, but some lives passed away, including a member of Japanese NGO named Dr. Atsushi Miyazaki, who came on to relief efforts. And the last one is Izmir earthquake. This one is the most previous one. On October 30, 2020, the western province of Izmir was hit by a 6.6 magnitude earthquake that primarily damaged the city. The earthquake was followed by a tsunami, which damaged coastal areas and towns of the province and was felt in provinces next to Izmir. Hundreds of people left homeless, which made them seek shelter in crowded areas. The situation caused COVID-19 cases to increase among the communities in Izmir.
Hi, I'm Vitil again, and I will be talking about 3 topics: the interactions between Japan and Turkey about natural disasters, some disaster relief initiatives in Turkey, and what Turkey is doing to prevent these disasters. JICA. Turkey has urgent needs for environmental improvements and human resources developments, and JICA has been contributing to these needs through Japanese ODA loans and technical cooperation. Since Turkey is an earthquake-prone country like Japan, JICA is providing technical cooperation for Turkey on disaster risk reduction, including projects in Turkey and training programs in Japan for more than 60 years. 14 student-centered online training program held for the commemoration of the disasters of 2011. These kind of programs initiated aiming to raise awareness on disaster preparedness and disaster risk reduction, as well as to have some cultural exchange. What Turkey is doing to prevent natural disasters. The Turkey Disaster Response Plan, TAMP, was prepared in 2014 in order to effectively and quickly carry out the response after all kinds of disasters that may occur in our country. Disaster risk reduction, readiness, response, and disaster recovery, the integrity of our system that will allow work to be carried out in Turkey's disaster management strategy document and action plan development continues. Turkey Disaster Risk Reduction Plan, TARAP, a plan that explains what, when, by whom, and how to prevent and reduce these risks, and taking all kinds of measures in a total manner, is also being prepared. With the implementation of TARAP, the need for post-disaster activities and the resources to be allocated will be reduced. In this way, a more resilient society and safer residential areas will be created, and sustainable development will be contributed. Afad Earthquake Mobile App. The application provides users with earthquake solutions made using data from the Earthquake Data Center of Turkey. In the Earthquakes from the World section, information from CSM and USGS can be displayed. The total number of users on the mobile app is 137,000 people. When there's an earthquake of magnitude 4.0 or more in the area where they are located, they can share the information and photos they feel at the time of the earthquake with AFAD.
Much teşekkür ederiz. Very well presentations that we followed both from Suna High School and the Çankırı. Now it's time for the interaction. I would like to ask Turkish course students to express their question.
My name is Mustafa Furkan. My question is, what do you do for creating disaster awareness in people?
We have drills several times a year. At a state of emergency, we have special news programs to keep people informed.
Which places in Japan have the least disasters?
According to the record, I checked Toyama has less disasters, but in general, Japan has big chance of natural disasters.
What kind of natural disasters are common in the whole of Turkey? Also, what countermeasures are being taken to deal with these disasters?
Earthquakes, floods, landslides, avalanches. Also, rockfalls are among the most frequent disasters have been experiencing in Turkey, but as we said, earthquakes are the most common ones. So as I mentioned earlier, Disaster Emergency Management Authority, AFAD, Turkish Red Crescent, and some other societies are a big part of disaster prevention in Turkey. Also, educating our community, especially students, in this topic and practicing disaster drills helps us to be more prepared for these disasters.
Do you have any recommendation of disaster prevention goods? And do you have some disaster prevention measures that you take yourself?
Okay.
Hi. We prepare disaster bags like this to protect against disaster. There are basic items, for example, whistle, flashlights, or radio, first aid kits, photos of some of our personal documents, and food that will last for 3 days that we can use during and after the earthquake inside this bag distributed by AFAD.
I would like to move to closing session. First, I would like to invite Professor Suva Seyci.
I'm very glad to hear that you appreciate what the JICA has been done in your country. And so I really appreciate that Turkish students have done to introduce your country about your histories and beautiful natures and disasters and even ice cream or something like that. We also learned about the disasters and disaster management, both are implemented in Japan and in Turkey. Japan, Turkey are sure to be hit by next earthquakes, another type of next disasters. And we should have prepared for the coming disasters. And I'm very glad to know that young people taking part in this session are so much interested in disaster management, and you learned a lot about disaster management. So please try hard to make your country safe and resilient from the disasters by learning a lot about disaster management and implementing the measures. Can you put it into practice? And I hope this Zoom exchange program will continue amid COVID-19. But after the COVID-19 is over, I think this is my dream that some of you visit each other in each other's country to talk about not only the disasters, but also your contemporary lives, your interest about each countries. Emin-san, thank you very much for giving me this good opportunity. Thank you for both the students, both in Awajitsuna and Turkey. Thank you.
May I invite Professor Nejat Borasayan, Chairman of Turkish Japanese Foundation, for the closing remarks.
Minasan, konnichiwa. Herkese merhabalar, selamlar, sevgiler. On behalf of the Turkish Japanese Foundation, I would like to thank you, all students and the teachers of Awajitsuna High School and Top Çankırı Science High School for their contribution to this seminar. I am very happy to meet you in these difficult days when we are struggling with the pandemics. I would like to point out that times such as earthquakes, disasters, or pandemics that upset and distress us can occur in any period. The important thing is to come together and overcome these difficult days by supporting each other. I hope that thanks to this event, good friendship will be established and this friendship will be continued to get stronger in the healthy days to come. I would like to thank to all my friends who contribute to this event, especially school principal, teachers, and students, and to Emin Özdamar, Mr. Öyle, to Mr. Ikuro, to Hyogo University and Hyogo Governance Office, and all participants. Hope to see you in healthy days. I would like to thank you all of your presentation. Thank you very much.
We are always thankful to Hyogo Prefecture, the JICA and Turkish Japanese Foundation, with support of Hyogo Prefecture through the Hyogo Turkey Friendship Fund, while expressing our appreciation to the people of Hyogo and Hyogo Prefecture for this support. I would like to invite Mr. Takaki Mukaijo.
My name is Mukaijo Takaki from the Disaster Management Project Planning Division of Hyogo Prefecture Government. I think you had limited time to read it today, but it was a wonderful seminar. As mentioned by Tsuna High School in their presentation, 26 years ago, Hyogo Prefecture was hit by a huge disaster called Great Hanshin Awaji Earthquake. As citizens of Hyogo Prefecture, we are convinced that it is our mission to disseminate an experience as a universal property, in which all citizens of Hyogo have come together to achieve creative reconstruction, called Build Back Better, even if they were hit by a disaster. So we are working on various international cooperation. In particular, a relationship with Turkey have continued since the Turkish earthquake that occurred 20 years ago. I hope that this relationship will be connected to younger generations like you. I think that the difficult situation continues for high school students. But I hope that today's seminar will help you understand the foreign culture and reaffirm the goodness of your hometown. And I hope this experience will expand your view of the world and give you a hint about your future. Thank you very much for your hard work today. Please continue to do your best.
You know, up to now, with help of Hyogo Turkey Friendship Fund, we have successfully organized 15 seminars for students during the pandemic. I mean, these very severe days. In these student-centered online training program, Turkish and Japanese students had chance to exchange topics on culture, education, disaster risk reduction, and disaster education. In addition to educational development, what we recognize is that the kind of interaction helped the students for their socialization and internationalization. Therefore, we wish to continue such seminar with Japan, especially with Hyogo Prefecture. We would like to express our appreciation to all the students, teachers who took part in the seminars. And therefore, I as always said, would like to invite all of you to clap for students and teachers. Let's clap all together for students and teachers. Distinguished participants, thank you so much for your interest and patience. I wish everyone to have a nice, safe, and bright future, good health, and corona-free normal days. Wish you have a nice day. Thank you so much.